Everyone, Oliver here from Figma, coming to you with a new video. Now, I thought a lot about what video I could make around the holiday spirits, and obviously there's one thing that came to me, which is, as a designer, one of the things I've always wanted to do is, of course, design my own Christmas tree, right? That is one of those questions that have perplexed designers for ages. So, of course, Figma is here to solve for that. So the way we do this is with a fun little Figma plugin. This Figma plugin is of course going to communicate with this tree behind me, so this little miniature tree. The miniature tree contains loads of LED lights, as you can see, and those are hooked up to our Raspberry Pi. And on that Pi, we're running some Python code, which effectively will take the payload we're sending over and then of course do some cool things such as turning on the lights and some animations. Check out. Now, behind the hood on the Figma side, we can see the code is pretty simple. What's happening here is we're iterating over a selected frame. So in this case, it's going to be Christmas. And then we're trying to find specifically a layer called lights. And what we're going to do with that layer is effectively just extract the RGB colors, and then once we collated all of those, we're sending them over as a payload over to this little API using Flask on the Raspberry Pi, which of course is what's going to allow us to communicate with it. Now, I think that is quite a lot of the technical, so why don't we fire this up and actually see how it works. So I'm just going to start by actually starting the development server on the Pi. So you can see I'm just using the local host to do this. You can always connect your Figma plugin to localhost as long as you clear it in one of your files there. And with that done, I can actually just try this plugin. So I'm gonna select Fig Tree here. And we can see pretty cool that it has indeed managed to identify this little light here called light, but it's red. And we can see I have a few options here. So I can add a few more of these. I can add an animation, but I think just to test this out, why don't we start the little light show? And it's difficult to see, but it's on the behind there. We can see that one is lighting up. I think what will be easier is if I stop this and then we add a few more here, and that should hopefully make it clear. So there we go. We have successfully managed to start our design. But surely I might want different colors, right? It's quite fun. So I'm gonna stop this and we're gonna add in some more colors. So up here I have created a few more colors. So we have a yellow, I have a nice little blue here, a pink, which is pretty neat, and also a green, right? So why don't we drag that over there? And then again, we're gonna fire up the fig tree, and we can see that indeed I have managed to get all of those. But this time, why don't we do something different? Why don't we add a cool animation style, shall we? And here we can see, pretty cool. I'm able to effectively add the different colors here using this animation feature. And as you can see, it just goes through all of them. So now it's going through the green, next we'll be back on red, and it will kind of go through in order all of these, which is really cool. Why don't we test another one? So I'm going to stop this and we're going to try a little fade one. That could be kind of nice. So we can see this is a little bit different. It seems to fade at the bottom, but it looks like it's only a few, right? So I want to add a few more colors. So I'm going to stop this and now we're going to add a few more. We have actually up to 50, so I have a little bit I can play around with, and then we're going to start the light show. And we can see now that we managed to illuminate half the tree there, which is pretty neat. And it looks like it is indeed fading through these slowly, which is pretty neat. So, with that said, why don't we just finish the video there? I hope you enjoyed, and happy designing your own Christmas tree from Figma.